You guys want to know? You guys want to know what the joke was that ended our relationship? Woo! And it looks like that was quite the day. I'm about to hit that bike. Oh, looks like I'm starting to feel those hamstrings. Doing some stretches, So yeah, I usually like to start off light, start off on the bike, get the blood flowing, about 5 minutes tops, you know, because I don't want to overexert myself. That's just something that works really well for me. Just trying to feel out where that tension is, you know? Wow, but look at that range of motion. I feel like most of you guys would be like, he's not really working everything out. But you have to understand that, so my bone to joint ratio is really long, which is like a leverage thing. Like, dude, my forearms, like my limbs are just freaking long. I don't need to go all the way. Whereas if my, you know, my fist was over here, I would have to go all the way. Like it would be all the way for you. Remember, it's all about what works for you. Not bad. Not bad. It's supposed to be a pec fly, but I'm definitely trying to focus on my front delts. Oh, now I'm going heavy. Now I'm going heavy. Yeah. I'm not getting gas. That's pretty cool. I hope I have my rear delt video in here. Wow, I guess I lost that video. I did rear delts, and that was pretty good today too. Damn, today was such a learning experience. Like, I guess I'll pause it. Yeah, today was such a learning experience, man. Like, there were so many mishaps. Like, you guys don't even understand. I mean, like, the amount of work that goes into like making sure that you capture everything is it's something else. So I lost a video just out in limbo, just transferring files, it seems like. And damn, it kind of looks like I'm overextending my back too far back. But it looks, yeah, so anyway, so it looks to me like I was overextending my back a little bit, which is kind of weird because I felt like it was straight. But in the video, it kind of looks like, yeah, I'm kind of like, my spine is just arched really inward. Then over here, it looks like I'm then hitting the front delts again with the rope. So I'm hitting it, did a whole bunch of sets of that, and that was really working well for me. Hopefully the footage of it is really good on here. So end up doing that. My shoulders and my delts are on fire, and yeah, we keep on moving on. And yeah, so at this point, what do you think? What do you think I should improve? What's another workout that you think I should do that'll kind of work on my shoulders? Because ultimately, like right now, my goal for everything is hitting my shoulders. That is the next, like, the most important body part I'm focusing on. I usually tend to work out legs and abs every day, but I want to focus all of my energy into just my shoulders right now. So I end up hitting those shoulders pretty well. Then I'm up on, I do like this kind of very interesting circuit that just, it's like a balanced shoulder circuit. So I'm up on like this balance ball, Kodo board. And yep, just on that board with the words, medicine ball. And I'm just doing some reps of that. I end up doing some kettlebell lifts along with, remember I can't see the video, so I'm just trying to remember some kettlebell lifts, and then I finish off with, it looks like some like medicine ball back raises, which actually, like, it worked pretty well. Like, I had to kind of like balance myself and activate my abs and back, and it kind of like was helping me straight out everything. So it was, yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty cool, pretty cool. So did that. Let's see here. And that's the workout. That's the workout. Pretty sick. After that, I went straight into skateboarding, and man, let's see what we got. It looked like some pretty fun stuff. Yeah, I got some shots of just me on my journey here. Pretty dope, just skating along until I hit that park, baby, until I hit that park. Yeah, man, fucking dope. And now we arrive at the park. Yeah, man. So, I think it starts off with this video. All right. So it looks to me like we finally just arrived to this wonderful park. It was quite the skate, oh my god. Anyway, we are out here. Yeah, the whole purpose of this video is, what the title states. Dating a fucking porn star, oh my god. I guess it all started, like, we were both, you know, in the industry, as you can say. And, yeah, you know, like, things started off great. Things started off really good. And, you know, one thing led to another. We started, you know, like, just getting really close with one another. But yeah, you know, things started off, it was like the honeymoon phase, dude. Like, two people are in love, or not in love yet. And, you know, you're getting to know each other. You're figuring out each other's, like, vibe, you know what I'm saying? Figuring out each other's vibe. And, yeah, so we started hanging out, like, pretty much like every day. It was fun. It was fun in the beginning, you know? So the honeymoon phase pretty much consisted of, like, hey, all right, you know, yeah, but you want to hang out? Yeah. You want to hang out some more all day? Yeah. You want to, like, cook dinner together? You want to, like, go to sleep in the same bed together? Yeah. And so we would do that every single day for, you know, it was a while. So, you know, it started off us cooking for each other. Fucking honeymoon phase. I don't know how else to do. The second phase was like, okay, like, now it's time to set boundaries, you know, because I was always the type of person to get up early in the morning and, like, get shit done.
This is funny.
In terms of, like really fucking early, you know.
Okay, here we go.
Like 5 a.m. early. So, you know, I would be up and ready to freaking go. I'd be, like, ready for the gym, ready to start things, because, you know, it's hot out here. So I try to get everything done before a certain time so that I'm not boiling. Then it was kind of like figuring out, it's like, oh, you know, she would start thinking, like, oh no, why am I just sitting around at your place, like, while you're doing all this stuff, this and that? And I'm like, well, this is the stuff that I need to do. This is the stuff that kind of, like, makes me happy. So yeah, it started off with that, like, okay, how are we gonna figure out, like, hanging out with each other? Because it was getting to the point where it was pretty clear that, like, you know, she really liked me. So we were trying to, so I'd be like, okay, like, I guess I'll start waking up later. Right. I'm trying to accommodate for her. Like, we were kind of accommodating for, like, each other. Like, there was probably, you know, obviously, like, she was spending her time with me. She just, you know, she's anyway, it was her choice to spend time with me, and because of that, you know, like, she obviously, like, valued our time together. In essence, like, by her spending time with me, like, she was accommodating for me because she was spending time with me. Now, it is her choice whether or not to spend time with me, but at the same time, like, you know, she's using that time to be with me. Does that make sense? I don't know. Sacrifices are starting to be made because, like, I'm not getting to do what I really want to do, and I guess, yeah, we'll just keep it going. You know, so that's what I started doing. So I started kind of, like, sleeping in till, like, 8 o'clock and stuff, and that would kind of, like, throw me off my mojo. Like, my body was just, like, trying to tell me, yeah, my body was just trying to tell me something. And it was just like, dude, like this is not, like, what we do. So yeah, that was, like, the boundary thing. So then, like, we kind of got into, like, our first fights, because it would be like, oh, like, I want to hang out with you more, or, like, why am I sitting around, like, while you do all this stuff? Like, you could just tell me. It was kind of like a tug of war, though. It was kind of like a mind game, because it was like, okay, like, fine, like, I'll do my thing. So this is the kicker. This is where things kind of started. So it was like, okay, I'll do my thing, and then I'll just tell you, like, you know, like, I'm gonna just do my own thing for a couple hours, and that's that. You could do your own thing. Right. Okay. So now it's like, you know, like, so I think I was. I was going a little bit ahead of myself when I was explaining this whole situation, because I started off by saying, like, yeah, I started to, like, wake up later and blah, 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 which I was. Now, even though I was waking up later, she would just be sitting around, like, just waiting for me. I do remember, though, like, that was pretty cool, and she was so chill about it in the beginning. I thought that was pretty cool. Like, just the patience and, like, how cool she was just like, oh yeah, like, it's okay, just go. I was like, oh, snap. You know? So that's, like, kind of what drew me to her a little bit more, right? Oh, shit. Now that I'm thinking about it. And that's cool, you know? Sometimes the way I would communicate would be a little off or whatever. But, you know, we move. So now, like, I'm doing my own thing in the mornings. Like, I would want to do my own thing. I would go on my skate sessions from time to time. Or I would just... I would go to the grocery store and I would just be there for a while, just because, like, I'm always interested in, like, the new products and stuff. Yeah, so I would just read the labels, the nutrition facts, and I'd be like, oh, what's that? Huh, okay, cool. Oh, what's that? Like, is that worth buying? Nice. Yeah, I don't know if that's just a me thing, but I digress. So, you know, we're still figuring each other out, but, you know, at the same time, we're having an awesome time. Like, every single day, we're doing cool shit. You know, we're balling, killing it. You know, every day is like a new activity. Every day, like, we're learning something new about each other. We're telling each other stories from our past and stuff. You know, just getting really connected. You know, so I got to really, you know, I got to get to know her really, really well, and I guess likewise with me. For her, this is the kicker, though. So then the boundaries were kind of set. You know, we had, like, our own little irks. So the point is, I'm, like, you know, just doing my thing, and here is where things started to go array. Is like, all right, now she's like, in her head, she's like, what's going on? Like, why doesn't he want to hang out with me all the time? And mind you, we're together 24/7, you know? So sometimes I would just do my thing. Like, for me, like, I need to go to the gym. I love skating around and that. And that was a thing. So she started, I guess, you know, I mean, I'm not guessing, that's what it was. She's starting to think, like, oh, snap, like, he's probably cheating on me or something, you know, he's probably off with another girl.
that's the crazy. So that was the crazy thing. It's like, oh my God, you're so off at this. But there was like pretty much nothing I could do. Like there was pretty much nothing I could say or do to reassure her of those things, you know. So we got the jealousy thing going. All right, we got some boundaries that, you know, that were kind of being crossed, and everyone wants their boundaries or has their boundaries, and you know, eventually the things that tick the other person off will come out, you know?
Yo, that is a fact. That's a fact. Eventually your true colors are gonna show, right? That goes for me too. I mean,
you know, they'll try to like hide it for a long time, but eventually it'll come out. You know, I guess I chew loud. But this was a time when I was eating like a lot, man.
Yo, there was a period, it's kind of crazy. There was a period during our relationship, dude, I was ravenous. Like I needed to eat food, bro. And like I was eating all the time. Like it's kind of crazy, like looking back then and like how, I mean, we literally were eating like all fucking day, dude. We were eating all fucking, we were eating all day.
I was eating a lot. I only eat once a day now. Seriously, I only eat once a day. So I haven't eaten yet. You guys saw my workout video, but yeah, I still haven't eaten yet. It's what works for me. Like, I don't know. I feel energetic. I feel fine. If I eat, I feel like my insulin just anyway. So the jealousy thing's there, the boundary things are being crossed. Sometimes I have stupid analogies, apparently. No, she's probably right about that. She's probably right about that. So it got to the point where pretty much like a boundary was crossed. I said something that like kind of ticked her off.
All right, so I guess a little bit more context. You guys want to know? You guys want to know what the joke was that ended our relationship? Do you guys want to know what that joke was? I might say it in this, I don't know, but yo, okay. But so that was the beginning. All right, it was a joke. It started off as a joke for me that kind of crossed the line for her. Classic, fair, happens all the time, you know, but we move. Let's get back to it.
In a certain way, and me, I thought I was like joking, like my intention was to like it to be like a joke or whatever. She really took it to heart in a certain way. I don't regret what I said because like I meant it, you know what I mean? Like it was a joke. I'm not gonna, you know, I said what I said. Anyway. So, you know, we give each other like a day break or whatever. And out of nowhere, dude, out of nowhere, she sends me like this picture and or this video, and she's like, oh my God, I can't believe you cheated on me, you da-da-da-da-da. Like, just coming in, guns blazing out of nowhere. And I'm like, that's not even me. She's like, yeah, you know, all of your true colors just came out, this and that. I'm just like, what the flip is going on here? Like that wasn't me. Like this, and at this point, like I was pretty calm, you know. But now things are like now she's sending the missiles.
I remember when I got that. Oh, you piece of shit! I got your ass. I got your ass. She's like, I knew it. I fucking knew it. Oh. Come at me. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Dude, now she's sending the missiles. So she's like, yeah, you cheated. Like there's nothing you can say. There's nothing you can say. And I'm like, dude, I didn't. Like
Right. So I'm not even like comfortable. I guess I wasn't comfortable expressing like the gravity. It was like the picture was just like, it wasn't even, oh my God. It wasn't even me, dude. Not even, like, what? Back to the video.
I didn't, like, so I don't know. And she's like, stop defending yourself, like there's no point, like it'll just be easier if you just admit it. And I'm like, dude, but I didn't, like, so why am I gonna admit to something I didn't do? So I'm saying some things like, all right, this is like a witch hunt, cause
right? Am I right or am I wrong? Why would you admit to something that you didn't do? Like, that is the whole basis of like the cancel culture. Oh my God, I just remembered another thing that happened the day before that fight. Let's just say I knew she was recording that, like our conversations, all right? She was trying to record our conversations and I caught her in the act. I called her out too. So I think that was like another reason why, I mean, am I right? Yo, if you're having a conversation with someone and they just like, they don't let you know that you're being recorded. So, we got that. But anyway, dude. So now, right? So she's accusing me of all this stuff, like, back to the video.
You're pretty much telling me to like admit it and like everything will be fine. And it's like, but dude, I didn't do it. And that's not even me.
She even said like, just admit it. Just admit it. Just admit it. Just say you did it. And I'm like, no, 'cause I did it. She's like, hey, the more you defend yourself, like the more I don't believe you. And I'm like, what? How does that make sense? Please, in the comments, anywhere, just like, please let me know. Does that make any sense? Okay.
So then we move on from that. It was like one thing. She's like, oh, okay, well, that kind of like digressed. And it kind of like should have ended there-ish.
Right. So I think what I meant by saying like it should have ended there was the fact that like I should have been like the bigger person and just said like, all right, like this conversation is too ridiculous. I think it was at that point that like I should have walked away. Right? I should have just disengaged from the everything and just let everything fizzle out. All right? But we continue.
It should have ended there-ish. But this is the thing. Like, now things are being said that's starting to like really get under my skin, She's like contacted my ex out of nowhere.
Yo. Oh boy. I'm back in high school. I'm back, baby. I'm back. I thought I was done with it forever, but boy, I'm back. So immediately, or now, or as I'm saying, now she's revealing like, oh yeah, okay, well, I'm already like talking to people, talking to your ex, like, and everything makes sense now, With certain things, sure, fair, but she just revealed that like, dude, she's talking to everyone about this stuff, where I'm out here just chilling, like, she is gathering the pitchforks, my dudes. Okay? Oh, all right. We continue.
And like they're both talking, and then there's like all these rumors going around about my tattoo, and I'm just like, what? Like what? Like what are you talking about? Like,
oh man, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. I have this tattoo, and people are just like, I guess people are saying some things about it. They have some concerns about my tattoo. What the fuck? What the flip? All right.
This is like insanity. Yeah, just saying some real stuff. Like some real stuff. as I said, she was firing the missile. So, you know, now I'm getting kind of heated, though. Like, now I'm getting heated. I'm doing my stupid analogies. My stupid analogies.
So this is during the text message, like, confrontation. And we're just, like, and at this point, it's like we're at the peak. And she's sending things so fast. It's, yo, I can't do that. So I'm like typing kind of slow, trying to like do my terrible analogies. Yo, and I keep for like, it's just, I don't know what it is. She hated them, bro. She hated them. Oh my, I mean, like, granted, like a bunch of the analogies would be kind of dumb. but yo, oh my god. So I'm sending her, that's my cat. I'm sending her dumb analogies and she's gathering the pitchforks. Okay.
We're going like back and forth like crazy, dude. Now I'm not saying like terribly hurtful things, but I'm saying things like, I was like, yo, like she's coming at me, she's freaking saying I'm a cheater, she's saying all these like crazy, like sending these nukes, dude. And I'm like, you know what, like, I guess I'll fire like a little back. But see, now here we go. But that's a boundary of hers. So she already crossed the boundary of mine. Like, yo, just don't talk to me in a certain way. But she still, not only is she talking to me in a certain way.
Yeah, like, I mean, at this point, it was kind of like severe name calling. She already crossed my boundary, though, in the sense that she was legit, like, cursing and stuff, you know. She went over the top, where I was just, like, kind of, like, categorizing, like, her action. No matter what, it was definitely, like, unnecessary to say. How about that? It was not necessary to say.
Now she's gathering troops, dude. Because up until, you know, right now, like, I haven't really talked to anyone about this, but she's already, oh my God, like, when she thought about the cheating thing, she's already gathering the armada. Gathering the armada. Things were said. Let's just say that. Things were said. And now, and then it was pretty much like, all right, enough, you know, like, you know, from, I guess from her end, it was like, enough is enough. Like, I'm done. You right? So, you know, like, I was kind of done from like the day before and the ridiculousness of like my joke. I'm standing my ground and she's standing her ground, and like we're two very stubborn people. In certain things, but let's just say we are two very stubborn people. See, even now, I mean, she did say that she always has to be right. Anyway, dude, I'm going to get into, you know, pick your battles. All right, back to the video. She was kind of done from, like, the sense of, like, us trying to, like, hash it out via text. So we didn't even, like, see each other. We didn't even talk to each other on the phone. Oh, yeah, by the way, like, her initial text to me was, like, it just didn't sound like her. So that I was just like, oh, that's not you. And then she was like talking in a weird way. But so she's like, all right, you're done, whatever. Cuts off all communication. And I'm like, what? But, you know, it made sense a little bit, you know, because we were both like super heated. So I was like, whatever, like, probably like we should sleep it off, see if we could talk to each other the next day. She's already gathered her troops. She's already talked her stuff. You know, the guys are already coming in, trying to white knight, you know, classic stuff, whatever. And and so then I'm like, okay, like, let's now it's time to reflect, right? So I'm reflecting, but I'm not reflecting from like a grand overhead scheme yet. I'm just reflecting from like just like little bits. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, I mean, I'm still not like 100% sure, like, it was like, you know, like the whole breakup was over something so dumb, you know, in my still is. No, something doesn't make sense though. Like, something doesn't make sense. So I reread like the whole argument and reflected on the whole argument, and, you know, something would pop up and I'd be like, oh, like, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to figure everything out, right? I'm trying to figure everything out. And I'm like, oh, I mean, like, I guess that's why. Like, is that why, like, she's pissed? I don't know. Like, she didn't really, you know, in the little blurb that I read, she wasn't really, like, she was combative. She was still combative, right? I was definitely in the wrong, too.
I definitely was in the wrong.
At this point, like, she's already done her thing, so to speak.
Indeed. Indeed. All right, we continue. What does that mean? What does done her thing mean? I don't know.
You know, she's contacting her reserve squad. So it seems, which is fine, whatever. It's cool. So I'm looking at everything from like such a narrow scope. Let me like read the whole thing and look at it from like the outside in. Like, dude, you know, she's kind of coming at you. Okay. Now here we go. After going back and reading those texts, it was like she was pretty much just saying like, dude, just stop. Like, if you just stop it, we're
right. So going back to like, yo, the talent that you guys have, like being able to just like text and read, like, nah, man, I can't text that fast, and I definitely can't read that fast, man. No way. Or at least like read and process. I could like regurgitate. I could like read fine, like off a script, but like to be able to process what I'm reading, like, nah, man. I don't know what you call, whatever you want to call it, dude. But
like, if you just stop defending yourself, then we're good. Like, so I think that was like my first, you know, mistake, which is like, you just gotta know when to just drop the conversation, be the bigger person, and just walk away. It's not gonna work, you know, with the ladies, like if you just like stand your ground and keep going back and forth. It'll initiate the F yourself switch.
Yo, it is so true. It is so true. It's so true, man. Yo, you pop that breaker switch. Done. You're done. You're double done. You're double done.
Which is what happens, you know. Eventually, like, it's with every girl has it, dude. You get to a point where like they'll just only take so much and be able to handle so much emotion that it's just like a breaker switch that just flips, and it's like you're done. There's like there's pretty much no hope for you at that point, you know. I would be shocked. I would be if you actually flipped the F yourself switch and was able to come back. Impressive. So there was that. So the breaker was flipped. She's like, she's done. She's already like, you know, within the net, like, you know, already going to her reserves, already doing her thing, moving on, whatever. Fine. I'm still like so. God. I don't know why this isn't like recording for me. Exhausting, guys. The things I do. I guess the video didn't record again, so explaining the story for like the 30th time is kind of exhausting, but we move, guys. We gotta move. All right? So, at this point, what did we miss? I guess in the past 2 takes of this recording, I've been here for over an hour. Trying to record this video. We missed like some dude like dancing in front of me. It's just funny as fuck, like just jamming out for whatever reason, just right in front of me while I'm trying to record this. His music's blasting, so I can't really talk. I got attacked by like some demon birds that are all like just gathering up in front of me. So yeah, some lady in this like massive diesel truck, just revving it. So there was that. So just a lot of noise that's going on around here. So I just want to get what I want to say out. Oh my gosh. So we continue. So at this point, She's gathering up like the armada. She's already taken everything up to the 10th degree, and you know, she's going over the river, where I'm out here trying to like reflect and figure out like what is good. I'm gonna attack these birds. Yeah, birds talking shit. Probably telling me to like get on out of here. So she's taking it up to the 10th degree. I'm like, okay, like, and so I'm going back, I'm reflecting, and I'm looking at all these text messages, looking back, and then I finally like realize, and that's like when it got all funny, is like, it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't even get to process like half of the stuff she was saying. Almost classic, because we were texting so fast, dude. We were texting so fast, like, and I props to her because she could read and type at the same time. I don't know how you guys do it, the younger generation, but oh my gosh. So, but like, I'm like going off my one point, just texting super slow, but hitting send, you know. So I would be sending like just single bars, and then like by the time it got up to the point that I read, like I already missed like half of the things that she said, you know. Like it was just so fast. It was so on top of itself. So I wasn't able to like process half of the things she said. So I'm looking at this battle now, and I'm like, oh my god, like she gave you an out. She gave you an out, dude. Like she said, like if you just stop, like if you just drop it. And then I was just like trying to make my points, and that was the thing, you know. Like she was just like, oh, like. Sorry, I'm a little exhausted now because this is the third take. So she's like. So I'm looking at everything from the outside in, and I'm like, all right, yeah, man, you should have just stopped right there. You should have just stopped right there. And then it went like onto like, but now she's saying some things and she's doing some things. Now I can kind of understand why you're mad. But so it was kind of like a teeter-totter effect, because it was just like a bad situation because it was all via text. There was no verbal communication. There was no like on the phone or face to face. So the number one thing that like upon reflection is like, yo, it's gotta be like face to face or on the phone. It's gotta be. Otherwise, I mean, unless you apply one of the next things I learned. So ideally in a heated situation, talk it out, right? Especially if it is heated via text. If it's heated via text, it's going to have to be talked out unless you pick your battles, right? So that's like the most important thing here is like, yo, you got to know when to pick your battles, because it just is what it is. Like, is it really worth it? In this situation, it's like, oh yeah, like, oh man, right? So yeah, the first thing is like pick your battles, right? Because you're gonna be bickering back and forth. Is it really worth it in the long run? In my situation, definitely not, because we were like this, dude. We were like this. Like the chemistry was there. You know, the chemistry was like this. We would joke a lot. We would laugh a lot. Everything was like, you know, it was good chemistry. You know, the intimacy was like good. You know, that was solid. And you know, she was very smart too. You know, she's into like the Reiki thing, which is like the energies, which touches on energy and all that stuff, which I will probably end up doing in a future video. Yeah, she also like kind of like dialed in my journey into veganism, into being vegan. So was that battle worth it? Now, at the same time though, and I think I'm gonna use this opportunity to end it this time, right? I think that's what I should do, because this is a whole other story. Yeah. So there's like the picking your battles thing, but there was an underscore of this whole situation. Now, why is the universe against me today? It was with me, but it's not with me because I gotta learn. I'm learning. There's like this massive cloud coming. But I guess in the next video, which I'll feature tomorrow, I guess I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah. See? You gotta adapt. You gotta adapt. And I think like after watching this video, I'll be able to like touch on the points that I missed. Because after 3 takes, man, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I said anymore. But yeah, I might have like 1 minute left. So tomorrow's video is gonna continue on to this as a part 2, and it's gonna have to do with jealousy. Okay, so remember, Vegan Viking X. Be sure to like, subscribe, hit that notification, boom, so you can keep up to date with all of my content. And yeah, man, I'm learning. Join me in this process of learning. It is good to be back. I know now what I want to say in tomorrow's video. It'll segue into jealousy. But until tomorrow, guys, peace out.